Throughout the 1990s and into this millennium, the U.S. government blocked the international financial institutions from helping the first democratically elected government in Haiti's history. With few financial resources to maintain control of an impoverished nation, President Aristide frequently spoke out against the embargo.
Débloquer pays pour malheureux aller souffle en bas grand goua, débloquer pays pour qu'il y ait moins de chômage, plus de travail, débloquer pays pour qu'il y ait élection et non coup d'état, débloquer pays.
And the embargo was the beginning, really, of the end of democratic rule in Haiti, because it was designed by the United States, along with support from Canada and France, to destabilize the government.
What you saw as the Bush administration came in was a tightening noose around Haiti, which really, that is to say, almost total embargo and virtually no, not only any assistance going in, but really a fairly sharp embargo that prevented the kind of support coming in that would have assisted Haiti to get back on its feet.
Do you think that the U.S. embargo might be responsible for the collapse of Aristide's regime?
Well, it's ridiculous. What's called an embargo, by the way, began in the year 2000. And that was a decision on the part of the Clinton administration to link the dispersal of international financial assistance to Haiti on the reaching of a political settlement that would be a viable, democratic solution to Haiti's problems.
However, in April of 2001, the U.S. representative to the IDB wrote a letter to the bank's president. The letter acknowledges that the bank approved 6 loans to Haiti, but concludes, "We do not believe that these loans should be treated in a routine manner, and strongly urge you to not authorize disbursement." According to Brian Concannon, a human rights lawyer who has worked in Haiti for nearly 20 years, the letter violated 2 rules of the IDB charter.
First, it was a violation of the bank's internal rules, because once a loan was all set and ratified, there was no process for stopping it in mid-flight. The second thing is the IDB charter holds that it should not be used for political purposes, and this was clearly a political use, and so they basically just came in and bullied the IDB to stop those loans.
But despite the IDB's unprecedented reversal, the Haitian government was asked to service the debt on the $500 million they never received.
They prevent Haiti to get that money, and they oblige us to pay $5 million as interest for the money, which they still kept at that time.
Although the Bush administration continually argues that the United States has given more than $850 million in aid to Haiti over the last decade, Maxine Waters and Jeffrey Sachs, one of the world's leading macroeconomists, point out that none of that money went to the Aristide government.
People know that the figure that the chairman and others referred to today of $850 million did not go to the Aristide government. How many people understand that there's a difference between bilateral aid that goes directly to the government and the funding of non-government organizations? How many people understand that?
Understood.
Yeah. Congresswoman?
Yes, please respond quickly.
Yes, very, very quickly. I spoke with President Aristide in early 2001. He laid out a very sensible, responsible economic vision and wanted to work with the Inter-American Development Bank, the International Monetary Fund, and the World Bank. And thus I was particularly shocked to come back to Washington to find a U.S.-imposed freeze on all of those institutions.
How many people know that if you don't have that kind of aid, you have no money for the infrastructure, you have no money to clean up the water, you have no money for the police, you have no money for the fire, and while Mr. Aristide has been blamed for not doing anything about poverty, do you understand how he was strangled by the lack of aid, bilateral or otherwise? How many people understand that?
Let me speak as a macroeconomist to say that it's even worse than that, because they drained him of foreign exchange reserves as he continued to service the debts to the international institutions. The exchange rate collapsed. the inflation rose, and the economy collapsed. And that was the deliberate result of the strangulation of aid.
Well, I hope we can get rid of some of the lies and misconceptions about all of this money that has gone to the government when in fact it has not. And I don't want to hear that said anymore. So I just wanted to get that on the record.
The gentlelady's time has expired.
Thank you so very much.
By withdrawing all financial aid, not only from the United States, France, Canada, the European Union, but also the United States using its considerable power in the Inter-American Development Bank, the World Bank, and the IMF, using all of those to create a full-scale economic embargo, so not one penny of money went to the Haitian government between the year 2000 and February 29, 2004.
Without shutting off all assistance to the Western Hemisphere's poorest country, it would have not been possible to have such a small number of even heavily armed people sweep through Haiti.
The United States wanted to prevent Haiti to go through a democratic process. They gave weapons to thugs from Santo Domingo to Haiti. They went to kill people. Every year, they spent about $55 million US, and last year it went up to $70 million US, financing thugs, convicted people, political parties.
Even James Dobbins, who worked in Haiti on behalf of both the Clinton and Bush administrations, and is now a consultant for the Rand Corporation in Washington, acknowledges the mistake.
I think that the decision to cut off all assistance to Haiti in 2000, a decision which wasn't just American, by the way, but which Europe agreed to, is directly responsible for the disintegration of Haitian institutions and the weakness which would allow 200 armed criminals to overthrow the government.
And as James Dobbins suggests, it is not only the U.S. government that has been blamed for Haiti's descent into chaos. For Napoleon's France, Haiti was the Republic's most valuable colony in the New World, capable of generating immense wealth on the backs of the island's enslaved population of Africans. By the summer of 1800, however, a freed slave named Toussaint Louverture had taken advantage of the constant skirmishes between the Spanish and French to form a formidable army of his own. In January of 1801, Toussaint expelled the European powers from Haiti, freed the slaves, created a constitution, and became governor of the island. Napoleon, however, would not be denied, and behind an invasion the following year, forced Toussaint to lay down his arms and retire. A few weeks later, Haiti's first liberator was accused of plotting an uprising, kidnapped and sent to France, where he died in a prison in April of 1803. The French refused to formally recognize Haiti as an independent nation, and the island's inhabitants lived in constant fear of their former colonizer. In 1825, the French sent 14 warships into the harbor of Port-au-Prince, and under the threat of reoccupation and restitution of slavery, coerced Haitian President Jean-Pierre Boyer to pay France 90 million gold francs in exchange for diplomatic recognition. The debt has been a stranglehold on the Haitian economy ever since. In an attempt to remove this burden, on the bicentennial of Toussaint's death in April of 2003, in a bold and desperate speech, Aristide called upon France to return the money, which his government calculated to equal over $21 billion.
Il nous faut, premièrement, restitution, deuxièmement, réparation. Parce qu'en 1825, sous le gouvernement de Boyer, nous avons dû payer 90 millions de francs or à la France. Aujourd'hui, nous réclamons au moins la valeur capitalisée pour l'année 2003, soit 21 milliards 685 millions 135 571,48 $ US.
C'est vrai que
For President Aristide, however, Historical injustices cannot be so easily forgotten.
I ask respectfully to France, on behalf of the Haitian government and the Haitian people, to be paid, because this money belongs to the people of Haiti.
To press the issue with France, the Aristide government ran commercials like this one on Haitian national television, connecting an historical injustice with Haiti's current economic crisis.
Préparation, restitution à demander.